23%. He was at 22% a year ago. And he was the second point guard behind Rose, selected in the 2008 draft, 4th overall, as Martin, well defended by Ibaka, who led the NBA in total blocks during the regular season. You see him hustle to get back down court and get an offensive position, and Ibaka gets the roll. So good work on both ends by the 21-year-old Serge Ibaka.
Yeah, I mean, that guy's got a tremendous upside. Just uses his length and ability to get off his feet quickly to be a factor at the rim on the defensive end.
One of the reasons they made that move for Perkins was they could move Ibaka to the 4. He was playing a lot of the 5 with Jeff Green in the lineup as Harden. Blazing down court is Ibaka for the stop. Again, great hustle by the second-year man out of the Republic of Congo. It's a Denver timeout. Oklahoma City leads by 4.
11-1 run. It was a necessary timeout, and you've got to stop Oklahoma City from doing this. In transition, so dangerous. Ibaka, no doubt.
Perkins went out. About 8 minutes to go in that opening quarter. Here's Harrington at position on Westbrook, and then Ibaka with the block. He averaged 2.5 blocks per game during the regular year, and he's got 2 swats tonight. Here's Harden to the basket, and Anderson picks up his second foul. 4th team foul on Denver. And now wait, they're going to change the call, say an offensive foul. Will stay Denver ball.
Have you heard Jeff Van Gundy talk about the 2 fouls and say he wouldn't, if he goes back to coaching, he wouldn't overreact? It feels like Kendrick has been on that bench forever.
He has, but midway through the first quarter, as Nene is fouled by Ibaka. That's only his first. Under over the limit. The free throws for Nene. Here it's 2-0 Oklahoma City. Looking to take game 3 on the road. Denver 11-1 since the Melo trade here at home, with that 1 loss to the Thunder as Ibaka with a great move in a low block.
Yeah, now he's got to go back to the 5 spot, but that's a guy who's...
Oklahoma City's last road win in a playoff series was in 2005 when they were the Sonics, as Durant misses again. Struggling from the field, 3 of 9 shooting, but a Denver foul going to give Oklahoma City extra opportunity at points. Speaking of the Sonics, in the second quarter, meanwhile Ty Lawson with all 6 of his points here in the period. After the Billups and Melo trade, Lawson became a 15-point-per-game scorer as the starting point guard. He was in and out with that attempt, and then Kenyon Martin picks up the foul. 2 on him, both teams over the limit with 3:08 to play here in the second quarter in a tie game.
And you know, somewhere, since we were discussing the altitude, somewhere Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy are shaking their heads going, that shouldn't even be a discussion. It's the playoffs.
Starts with the ownership, and then Sam Presti, their general manager. Ibaka can't finish, but got it back. Missed it again, and finally a foul is called. And you talk about the organization, Presti, one of the youngest executives in the NBA, has done such a terrific job drafting Russell Westbrook. Troy Weaver sitting to his left, the assistant general manager in the first quarter. He's got 6 points here in the period. Gallinari with 2 to shoot, finds a Flalo off target. Durant lost it to Gallinari, and then what a play by Ibaka, swatting it out of bounds. 2.1 to shoot here in the quarter for Denver.
The crowd reacting. Kendrick appreciating that defensive play. The crowd booing because Ibaka so demonstrative after the block.
Martin fouled on the dunk attempt on the alley-oop inbounds pass from Lawson. Early in the game, got off to a hot start, playing for the first time this series because of a hamstring injury. Ibaka just picked up his 3rd foul, so he, Perkins, and Collison all with 3 personals.
guys are such exceptional free throw shooters. And then Aflalo missing those first 2 games. Those are 3 of their better free throw shooters.
That's a great point. In Oklahoma City, you don't want to get in a free throw shooting contest with them. They led the league in free throw shooting. Nene looked like for a moment he had another block. He had 3 in the first half. Instead, a foul is called.
Woo!
Unless they called it on Martin. And that's what they did. They called it on Kenyon.
Down the street. When he first joined them, he was scoring at a high clip, and then it's tailed off.
You and I saw him in Portland in one of his first games at Denver, scored 30. A lot of those came at the free throw line. But they'll take that. They could use his free throw shooting. They'll take it to the basket. Here's Durant. And another miss for Kevin Durant. He's just 4 of 13 from the field. But Oklahoma City with an 8-point lead. Lawson with 10 to shoot, gives it up to Aflalo. Gallinari stripped by Durant. It'll stay Denver ball, 4 to shoot.
They've had 2 offensive possessions, 2 turnovers, Denver, and now you've got 4 ticks to try to generate a quality look here.
Thunder gave up 31 points in the first quarter, but excellent defense since. Gallinari forced it up, beat the buzzer, his first points of the game. Third-year man out of Italy. This is his first NBA postseason. A lot of guys on this Denver roster have not played in the playoffs or haven't played a whole lot. Remember, Billups and Carmelo Anthony had been in the playoffs just about every year in the league. And all those conference finals for Billups as Ibaka has 16 points. Kevin Durant, but 11 misses. Here's Nene. Trying to back down Ibaka. Good move, but he couldn't finish. And here comes Westbrook. Perkins kept the pivot foot down. And now foul call. No traveling. Eventually lifted the pivot foot.
So trying to make a stand on the defensive end of the floor. Danilo Gallinari, their first playoff in such a long time. They never could get involved. The Celtics just put it to New York early.
Amari Stoudemire saying if his back doesn't feel better tomorrow, he's not going to play. Ibaka fouled on the dunk attempt. Another great look by Durant. Kenyon Martin picking up his 4th personal, 2nd team foul. We are tied at 76. Smith for the answer. In and out. And Anderson again with great hustle. Ibaka with the loose ball foul. His 4th. Anderson shaken up. You talked about his energy. He was huge for them when they went to the conference finals in terms of energy a couple of years ago, trying to help them get over the hump here and get a win in the series. Trying to get Durant free. And Durant with a fall away. He's now 7 of 20 from the field. Westbrook down the lane. Count it. And a foul. First field goal since the 8:37 mark of the first quarter for Russell Westbrook.
He's just so athletic, and the ball comes out loose, and he goes right to the rack. He's explosive. It's about making plays, and no Kenyon Martin.
Anderson, good D by Ibaka. Carlson, Ibaka, Durant. So 3 guys 6'10" or taller for Oklahoma City, and Westbrook and Harden in the backcourt. Westbrook over Aflalo, and late whistle by Derek Stafford. Aflalo picking up his 2nd personal, 4th. 20 points for Durant from just 7 of 21 from the field. Here's Ibaka with the jumper. Wow. Serge Ibaka with 20 points and 14 rebounds. Timeout Denver.
They're giving him that perimeter jump shot. There is not a white jersey within 5 feet of Serge Ibaka. You're selling out to guard everybody else. It is an uncontested jumper. NBA players can make that.
Quickly inbounded to Durant. Here's Westbrook taking it in and laying it in.
Wow, why would you let that go uncontested if you're inbounded? They are, so he is not your option for a three initially. Now, you remember, you sometimes lose track of that inbounder.
You got Cephaloshin, excellent defender guarding him. And here is Smith, got the screen from the man and hit it! It's a one-point game with 14.6 left. And down court is Ibaka. He's going to get the dunk, but it's a one-possession game, and Denver's got the ball. 10.5 left.
Exactly what I said, though. You enter the ball into the post. Sometimes that's the best play. And then I also said you lose track of the inbounder. So this is Cephaloshin checking the ball, and then he actually doesn't lose track, but they enter it to Nene, who catches, delivers, sets a little screen.
If you're Ibaka, do you maybe wait for a few seconds to try to take time off the clock?
Yeah, he could have almost taken a dribble to the other side of the floor, the other side of the basket.
J.R. Smith has hit consecutive triples. We'll see if they can get it in his hands again. Here's Nene looking for Smith. Nene got to get rid of it. Here's Smith with 5. Smith leaning into Harden with 2, forces it up. Great defense by Harden, and Oklahoma City win. It's a 3-0 series lead for the Thunder. J.R. Smith thought he was fouled shooting the 3, but it looked like good defense by Harden.
A really good job exchanging screens. They took away that three-point line by making all the proper switches. The inbounds pass to Nene, who they're just trying a little stagger cross screen here. Good denied by Harden initially. And then he even makes the catch tough, and then he's just in his space. Really, really good defense by James Harden. How about that contest?
Looked like great defense by Harden there. No foul. And the official right in front of it. Oklahoma City leads the series 3-0. Here's Holly Rowe.
Well, Kevin, you did